The final day of the 44 Cup Oman takes place in more typical Muscat conditions of light winds. All eyes are on any changes in the already well-defined leaderboard between Charisma, Ceeref and Peninsula Racing. As she did on Saturday, Peninsula Racing wins the opening race and by a giant margin. Ceeref is second and Charisma fourth. This leaves Charisma leading Ceeref by 5 points with 2 races to go. But the second race is a disaster for Charisma, with a poor start and receiving a penalty on the downwind. She finishes 8th. This propels Ceeref into the lead, but by just 1 slender point going into the final race.
Well, for us, we were behind, so we needed to beat Ceeref, obviously, and put a boat in between us. And so for us, my plan was just to try and get a good start and be a little bit free and try and sail a good race, basically, and just see where it lie, and if we're ahead, then and the opportunity was there to cover or try and make their job hard, we were planning to do it.
Charisma and Ceeref must keep it close. To win, Charisma must finish 2 places ahead of Ceeref. For Ceeref, it is simplest just to stay ahead of her opponent. At the start of the final race, Charisma gets tied in knots and is both over early and with a penalty against her. However, in the light conditions, everyone has been too enthusiastic and there is a general recall. Final race, take 2.
From our perspective, we were 1 point in front and we had the tie-break. So our goal was to try and be in front of Charisma, because in front you have control, which went well on the recalled start, didn't go so well on the actual race start.
The second start gets away successfully and Ceeref is maintaining a loose cover on Charisma on the first upwind. Staying ahead of her, though, is easier said than done. Fortunately for her, at the top mark, Ceeref is indeed just ahead of Charisma, and this remains the situation until the end of the run. Here at the leeward gate, Ceeref takes the port mark, allowing Charisma to spill it rounding the starboard mark.
In retrospect, that was a mistake, but they were a little bit strong on us to lead to the left gate, but we felt the right gate was a reasonable bit closer. We knew it was going to be busy, but we were happy to go around behind Black Star. Unfortunately, Vasco on Peninsula thought he had room, and the umpire agreed with him, and we received the penalty. So it dropped us back probably 6 boat lengths and back behind these guys, and sort of in the mix.
At this point, Charisma is committed to the right, and Ceeref gambles, hoping that she'll find something on the left of the second upwind.
I was happy with going the left gate, and I thought, okay, we're probably it's gonna be tight with them, but when we came to the next cross, they were actually, only a couple of boat lengths behind us anyway, so it wasn't, it was still a close race, and so we still felt we needed to put a boat in between us, and we were trying to do that, and we left a little bit of space for Vasco up in the ley line, but then Black Star got involved with us again and dropped us back again, so that's racing, and it's a fleet race, and everyone's racing their race and trying to beat us as well as us trying to beat them and do what we're trying to do. So
it's like match racing, but with moving obstacles.
At the final top mark rounding, Charisma is immediately ahead of Ceeref, but doesn't have a boat in between her and her opponent that she needs to win. It's all on. Down the run, Ceeref jibes early. Thanks to this, Ceeref is able to overtake her rival and thus win the opening event of the 44 Cup by just 2 points from Charisma.
It was a lot of drama in the last race, so we needed to make it a little bit more dramatic, so with penalty and so on, but we still came back, which was necessary to win.
Hugla Peaks Aleph Racing wins the final race from Team Aqua, evicting Peninsula Racing from the 3rd spot on the 44 Cup Oman podium. A dramatic conclusion from Oman. Next up is the 44 Cup Mastrand at the end of June. Stay tuned.